Hi. Let's start that over. Wouldn't be a Blade stream without me being muted at the very beginning. Hello, 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 hello. I have 2 strikes. I'm a 2-striker. Basically, back on March 20th, I got multiple strikes in one day. Hate speech. Probably got drunk to the N-word. Not okay. Gotta be better. Okay?
It's our favorite drunken Muppet back again, and what can I say? This episode of Blade is pretty preposterous. There's a lot that goes on. As the intro clip suggests, Blade has basically switched over to an alt channel to stream for a little bit because he has some strikes on his channel. He still can't figure out how any of his software works, hence why he was muted for like a minute and a half and had to redo it all. Either way, him moving over to this other channel, there are some VODs up there, and there's some deleted things. Blade, at the very end of this video, we will examine him doing some boozing cruising, as one might say. And it is a pretty shocking series of events. I got the clips from Billabong Matt, the only approved troll according to Blade, so grateful for that. But we're going to lead up to that moment. So we have this whole instance. His channel's getting striked. He's using an alt account until the strike goes away. He also has a bit of a cookout with some friends. And it might be the most uncomfortable situation I have seen Blade in a while. It's just bizarre. So, without pulling any more punches, let's get into Blade.
No, Beck's with her kid right now, but Beck will definitely make an appearance on the stream tonight. Not flying to see Chicken tomorrow. You love Beck, dude? Thanks, Poverty Sucks. Yeah, the old roommate Jill. Yeah, from way back in the day, guys. No, Beck's not going to Chicken RV.
So, in my previous episode, we discussed how Beck and Blade hate each other, and they're just getting in fights constantly on streams now. This stream's not going to make it any better. Beck's going to come in, Blade's going to be acting a fool. But we have some side characters that appear throughout this episode. We have Jill and Gino. I think Jill and Gino are dating. I don't know if they're married yet. But essentially, Blade lived with Jill like 7 years ago. But even 7 years ago, Blade was still doing these like drunk streams. He had like, that's probably right around when he like transitioned to doing these like IRL content streams. If I do remember, I remember watching Blade's videos for a while. I remember him still doing COD commentaries through COD Ghost. So I think 2013 is right around that point. So maybe it's maybe he's been doing it for even longer. Jeez, now that I think about it. Either way, there's been speculation that Beck would be going on the Chicken RV stream, which I think they're going through like the Midwest, according to the most recent stream I saw. But apparently Blade axed that idea, probably for the better, because he knew he was going to get cucked again. We would get that window shot. It'd be hilarious, but you know, for once, the shoe's on the other foot, and Blade is gonna kill the fun ideas. It's a shame.
Actually, let me go grab my drink real quick, because I'm working on a drink right now, but you guys know how it works. 10, 15, 21, Jaeger bombs galore. I actually had to buy 2 pints because they were out of fifths. Jill's got tequila, and the house has some sort of wine. I should probably convert to wine, dude. Like, I'm getting up there in age. It's probably like calm down a little bit. Get
You'll
out
live
that.
longer.
Live longer.
Throughout this video, it's going to feel like we are witnessing a hostage intervention that's going on between these different characters in Blade. And this is no different. I think Blade is somehow just now realizing the destruction he's doing to himself. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. You know, I don't think Blade's so far past this point. You know, I'm sure he has cirrhosis of the liver. I'm sure his entire body is just decomposing. I mean, we see it. In the last video I showed, he was bleeding from his leg just randomly. So, like, his time is basically numbered. I don't think him switching from Jaeger bomb shots to wine is going to save him a significant amount of time. You know, we might be looking at a 3-week future versus a 2-week future. You know, in Blade's mind, he's thinking, hell yeah, that's 1 extra week of drinking, man. Hell yeah. Not too shabby. This other character that's talking, that's Gino. He's a great character throughout this stream.
Your neighbors are talking.
Yes, they are. I do believe Ron, the owner of the house, is dead and moldering in a closet somewhere. Right. And the kids are just going as long as they can until he's discovered. That's my working theory.
All right.
Ron is the owner of that house. He's in his late 70s. And he's always around. And he hasn't been seen for 2 weeks. And his nephew, his son, his grandson, or whatever, has been smoking pot while weed whacking the lawn. And every night the smell of weed has been wafting through the neighborhood from his deck. So I'm pretty sure Ron is dead.
You know it's bad when this random, like, 40-year-old dude is telling better stories than Beck and Blade ever do on their stream. You know, Blade will repeat the same boring nonsense garbage stories that nobody cares about. And Beck will be all pilled out. She'll be zanned out in the corner, just, you know, slurring her speech. Who cares? Gino's over here talking about the neighbors next door are playing loud music. It's some old dude. He thinks his younger family is over there. And he hasn't seen the old dude in like a week. Making him believe that this old dude's dead. I mean, it's just a classic story. You know, it's entertaining all the way through. And Blade, he's fixated on looking at chat. He can't be listening to this excellent story. He can't be messed with. Ayo, figure that out yourself, dude.
My man Dino, you still read the paper?
I read everything.
Do you still read the paper?
As in holding a piece of paper in my hand and reading the news?
The newspaper, yeah.
No.
Really?
But I read everything.
Okay.
I got into a dispute one time with the Seattle Times because they said I didn't pay my bill. Bless you.
Sorry.
And I disagreed, and so I canceled my subscription.
Just a revolting creature. I mean, what is he doing, man? He's over here sneezing directly into his hand. The hand that he drinks out of. The hand that he's about to smoke a cigarette out of. The hand that other people are going to have to engage with. Just gross. It's, Blade. Figure yourself out, dude. Either way, this conversation feels like I'm stuck in some, like, Oblivion NPC time warp. You know? What conversation starter is, do you still read the paper? Do you still read the paper? Who cares? Blade's only reference for this is the last time he was here, probably like 5 years ago. This dude was reading the paper when he was there. So his conversation starter is, yeah, you're a big newspaper reader, right? And Gino just claps back with, I read everything. I know everything. Some like mega mind mindset. Just like, you know, it's a random Oblivion generated conversation.
Want me to have any of your Jaeger?
That's right.
I'll give you all.
Yep.
Jill agrees with me.
That's right.
That's not
You're selfish.
That's
You're
not
selfish.
that's not at all.
Whoa.
What are you talking about? No.
No.
Oh, open the going up.
When I go like this, he always looks at me like.
Yeah, but do you really want to drink that?
Not
We
really.
have
I wanna
vodka
drink
and we have
anything.
tequila. So
I don't like any of it.
Have some tequila.
I already drank Jaeger though.
So,
So,
like,
exactly.
it's really easy to go back without.
I thought you're not supposed to mix it.
Who told you
You're
that,
not-
Professor?
You know what, you're not.
Man. Blade, what a crisp one-liner. It's like the wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? I mean, in his defense, the king of alcohol, the king of alcoholism is sitting right in front of her. She wants to question this. she's mixing up the idea of drinking liquor and beer at the same time. To my knowledge and my experiences, drinking different types of liquor don't really mess with me. I have heard of some things of like, you don't want to mix like dark and light liquor. I've heard that before, but if you're too far gone, why even bother at that point? I mean, it's just a party 24/7. We're chugging them down. But you can also see Blade just get irrationally angry. He's just so upset when he's getting called selfish. Of course he's selfish. This dude's entire existence revolves around him. His entire being is getting wasted on stream. Of course he's a narcissist and he's selfish.
I think that if I'm, as an objective
Yeah.
person, I think that who was it that donated that?
Scary Derek.
Scary Derek. I think he donated it because Gino said if somebody donates $250,
Yeah, I heard that.
yeah. So really, I think that was the basis of it.
Okay,
So we
there's
give
a
him
phone
money.
number. There was a phone number on it though. I'm not giving out my number.
Baby, let's
What?
go get my charger. Let's figure out the charger and let's pay him.
Brian, you need to figure it out.
I want to pay him.
Listen, do you have the cash that he gave you for the wine, or did you use
I
that?
already paid. I did it.
Did
So
you
if you-
use the cash?
The cash. Remember when Gino gave you cash?
Yes.
Did you get wine? You paid the
Yes.
cash.
Of course he did.
Yes. Talk to him.
Dude,
Talk to him.
he's...
You gave Gino back that cash.
Yeah.
You can't even talk to him right now.
Talk to him. I didn't. But I bought the wine.
Why? He doesn't need to be a part of the conversation.
Brian.
I'm not a freeloader. I've never been a freeloader. I love this man. Thank you for having me in your house.
Yeah.
I did buy you wine.
No, you didn't.
He gave you cash.
You didn't buy it. When someone gives you the money for it, you're not buying it.
He paid
Anonymous
for it.
donated $3. Pay and leave these unicorn alone, you stupid, fat,
No,
wet
I
brain
didn't
words.
benefit from that.
You don't have to benefit from everything.
Looks so good.
Becky, girl, you don't have to benefit from everything. I mean, this is harkening back to the selfishness, the narcissism, the world revolving around him-ism. But this whole argument stems from the fact that Jill or Gino gave him money so that he could buy wine for their house. And Blade can't comprehend the fact that that money that he used to buy the wine was not his. So him keeps saying, I bought wine for Gino, is not true. He went to the store to get it for him, but it's not, he didn't purchase it for him. You know, it's sort of, I don't know, we're like overlapping two different meanings of the exact same sentence on top of each other. I can see where Blade is getting confused, but they're asking for money back. And a donation came in that was like $250, and they said give $200 of this to Gino. And this just becomes like a contentious topic throughout the rest of the stream. It's very uncomfortable. Blade is turning into Lit Romney, and he keeps telling Gino, oh, I love you, Gino. I love you, man. I love you, Gino. And this dude is not having any of it. It's so uncomfortable to watch.
This might be true.
No.
Might be true. A little bit.
No. Yeah. Gino, I love you.
Very sure.
But listen, I'm telling you, right? I haven't seen you for a long time, right?
Brian.
There might be some truth.
Alright, tell me some truth.
Listen to Joe.
I'm listening to Joe. Gino, I love
What am I
you.
calling? I'm calling my child's name right now.
No, this ain't me. Gino, I love you, dude. What's up?
He's tolerated.
I love Gino.
Listen, he's tolerated as much as he can tolerate.
Chill out.
There
Finish
might
your
be some
cig,
truth. There might be a little truth in what your people are saying,
and then
right?
we're gonna.
I
calm
love
down.
Gino. Cool. L1P. Go. And you were.
I love you. I'm really glad to have you here. This is fun.
Jill, you don't have to lie. This is not fun. This is like torture for the viewers to witness. At the same time, Blade has been low-key creeping on Jill throughout this entire stream. I feel like he's been looking at her big mommy milkers for a little bit. I mean, in fairness, the donations were saying that a lot too. At the same time, he is acting like a certified child. They're telling him, hey, stop messing with Gino. Gino's not going to have it anymore. He doesn't want any of this. And Blade just can't fit it through his 3-inch sized brain. It's like incomprehensible for him. This whole thing stemmed from a donation that basically said that Blade's drinking is destroying his social friendships and his relationships with people. Beck obviously agrees because she hates him and their relationship is bunk. They're going to break up at some point. She was going out to take care of her kid today. Yeah, I'm sure. You're such a great mom, Beck. I'm positive that's what you were doing. But at the same time, we're seeing an old friend of Blade's starting to realize, oh, this man might be too far gone. I don't think we want to hang out with him again. You think that Gino is going to let this drunken buffoon come back inside his house in the future? Yeah, right, dude. Figure it out, dude.
Do this again.
You better home. Hey, come on, Gino. Gino, I love you, dude. You're my favorite person of all time. I'm gonna crack your back. Come here.
No, you're not.
Okay,
No, thank you. No.
No. Brian.
Thank you. That was great.
I love you, Gino.
I love you too, man.
I love you, Gino.
Your face was priceless. I wish I would have seen. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Gino has the patience of a saint. Bless his soul. I mean, Blade, I'm gonna crack your back, dude. No, you're not. I just wanted to see if you would follow through with it. Was there gonna be a fisticuffs going on? I would pray for it. I would pray for it. But that would mean that this stream would get deleted. Probably wouldn't be able to get it. A whole big shebang. But this dude, you can tell, he wants nothing to do with Brian. Just nothing. Just stay away from him. That's why these three are all sitting in like a clump together. This dude's sitting far as hell away on his own couch, avoiding this entire situation. Drinking on his own, doesn't want to be engaged. However, a dono comes in, says, I'll give you $100 if you give a big hug to Gino, and what can I say? My man is after that cash money, cashola.
First date we went on, the first date we've been on was like yesterday. And I bought the ticket. Really?
Shut the fuck up.
We got together.
He pays
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, you know.
We got together during COVID, so we didn't really date. I don't think we ever went to a movie together or anything.
Right.
Like, we've gone out to eat, of course.
Yeah.
But, like, I
Food
think
is fun.
yesterday was like our first, like, we went out and did something.
I mean, this is rough. This is real rough. Beck says that they went on their first official date that was a non-meal related date. And she paid for the tickets. And this is what, 2 years into their relationship? Maybe a little bit more? And Blade is super offended by that. He doesn't like that. In fairness, I can see it, because you don't like having your relationship aired out in public, but that's what your entire life is. I mean, this whole stream is ridiculous to me. You know, I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like, man, I really like hanging out with friends, having some drinks around a bonfire, and just talking. Those nights are great. It's the summer. It's perfect for that type of thing. And Blade is over here getting wasted on his own, live streaming this entire event. It's no wonder nobody likes you, dude. It's no wonder that nobody likes Beck at the same time. And Beck is like marginally more redeeming than you. So like, she has some skin in the game to lose. She understands that destroying all these relationships is bad for her. For Brian, who cares? For Blade, it's all over anyway, so why even bother? But Beck she has to find that avenue out of here quickly.
Anyway, what time is that?
I'm ready to break it down.
What time is it?
Break
You
it
said you got 30
down.
minutes. 11 o'clock. You gotta go.
Check it down.
It's 10:40.
Time for what?
What time is it?
10:43.
Quarter till.
Corto what?
Brian,
What?
You're being
finish
dumb.
your
Don't be
cig,
dumb.
and then we gotta head home soon.
Okay.
Fifth child.
Yes, very much so. And I'm getting to the end of my rope on that.
Turn it off.
Olive Joe? Okay. I'll turn it off.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Next 15 minutes, we'll figure it out. Bingo.
Turn it off.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, I really want you
Okay,
to turn
they
it off.
don't get this, but this is what I deal with every night. They think that I'm the bitch and I'm the, you know.
Okay, well, Jill. I got
Turn
you.
it off.
Okay, Jiminy
Now.
Christmas.
Thanks, guys.
Jill is not having any more of this, and Blade just can't comprehend. He just can't get it through his ears that these people don't like that everything surrounding his stream is negative. People are donating things saying the truth of everything that goes on between the relationship, that Blade is abusive towards her. I mean, they don't really say that Beck's abusive towards him, which is also true. But, I mean, this guy is a lumbering buffoon, and they don't want to be associated with it anymore. And he just can't see why. I'm sure they had some conversation after this to discuss where he's going, where he's been. And Beck at the same time is saying, I can't take this anymore. And, I mean, if that's not a clear sign that she is gonzo. You know, I think this stream, this RV stream he's going on, might be that point where she packs up all of her stuff and when he gets back, she's gone. That wouldn't surprise me. At the same time, I can't really recall a time where I've had friends on the weekend give me like a hard deadline. Like, you have to leave here by like 11. Like, there are extenuating circumstances, but if I'm going to hang out, drink with some friends, I don't recall them ever being like, yep, 11 o'clock, Blade, gotta get out of here. You know, this friendship is severed. It's done. And either way, that closes this arc of understanding where he's been. And a couple days after this stream, we get the booze cruisin stream, because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the acronym. I'm not sure what content YouTube will flag me for. So, I'm going to keep it a little bit vague, but we'll find out very quickly what's going on with Blade.
What's up, baby? I'll be back.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it, baby.
What the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry about it, baby. I love you. See you later, baby. Bye. I love you.
Brian.
Hi, baby. Hi, 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 hi. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing, baby? You're out of control.
I'm not out of control.
You're out of control. It's still light out, dude. We're in the West Coast. Let's figure it out, dude. Let's figure it out, dude. I love you.
There's a lot to analyze here. There's a lot. First off, Blade has his shirt on inside out, as you can tell by the tags on the back of his shirt. So he is in a drunken stupor right now. Just beyond recognition. Second off, everybody is horrible in this entire situation. Blade is deplorable because he's grabbing his keys to go drive in a clearly inebriated state. And Beck is clearly, at first, seems like she's upset. What are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening? But she doesn't do anything to stop him. She doesn't call the cops when he leaves. She doesn't do any of that. She doesn't try and take the keys out of his hands. It's no longer a situation between their relationship between each other. It's now Blade is a blatant risk to society. Oh, I need to stop saying society. But he's a danger to their like neighborhood, the surrounding area. And she just does nothing about it. She just closes the door and ignores it. Oh, there goes Blade all drunken and getting in his car. See you later. Who cares? You know, like, what type of relationship is this? It's putrid. It's disgusting.
Wait for it.
One moment.
I mean, you can just tell by how he's behaving that this is just a completely unsafe situation for everybody involved. The luckiest scenario we can have is Blade at that first turn turns into a tree and dies. That would be the best situation that we could have. Unfortunately, we don't get that. We still have to live with Blade being a complete mong and being a complete destruction to everything that is good about society. I know I like to poke fun at all of his mishaps and when he's acting drunk and being stupid, but when he risks the lives of other people, I don't care about Blade. I don't care what happens to him. I from this point forward, I don't care. It's the same thing with Beck. I remember making the video a while ago when they were in Seattle downtown. She was clearly high and was driving under the influence. I don't care about these two. I don't care if their house burns down and they're inside. They are worthless and they are meaningless.
Hi. Can you help me out here?
I don't think so.
What do you need?
Fart in your mouth, person. Do you like? Oh, get it. Get it. Come on, come stop. I'm super late, dude. I shouldn't be driving around here.
I mean, this whole thing is bizarre. He's stopping and talking to random people on the side of the street. I think that first group of people realized that he was messed up. I think the lady knew it when she was like, I don't think we can help you. And you can see when he's driving past the houses, he is flying. You know, I'm sure whatever, he's in some neighborhood area, it's probably 25 on the streets. He's probably going like 40. He's flying through it, and it's crazy because in these areas, they specifically design it so that you can't go fast, so that you're not a danger to people, right? And you can see it because as he's flying, once he reaches the stop sign, he slams on his brakes, and that's a combination of the distance of speed that he's driving along with him being wasted. His reaction time is shot. He doesn't have good reaction time anyway, I bet, but... And then he's just harassing some random girl on the side of the street. I mean, the whole thing is just grotesque. It's like, it's pretty hard to watch.
And you died. I hate you. I hate you. Jesus Christ. Sometimes the strings run themselves.
Robert C.
Sometimes. I love you, Dad. We'll figure it out, dude. I'm gonna call back. I'm gonna figure it out, dude. I wanna pee on her a lot of bit. Baby, I need help.
wrong with you?
So, he clearly ran over something in that first clip, right? He's speeding down the street, he runs over a bump, maybe it's a pothole, maybe it's that poor lady's dog that got off the leash, and Blade just, no remorse in the world, just keeps on flying down the street. Who really cares? Figure it out, dude. Who really cares? He pulls out of their like neighborhood area onto some main street. You can tell because they have the yellow striping in the middle of the road. So he's on some like main thoroughfare street, pulls over somewhere. I don't know, trying to figure it out. Calls Beck to come rescue him. It's just I don't know how much more of this can go on, you know. I know that as a community of people that like watching lol cows, you don't want to erase them from the scene, but it's the same thing with like Christian. If they're a detriment to society and they're not just harming themselves or somebody who has bought in with them like Beck, then like get rid of them. I don't need them. If they're just self-destructing on their own, who cares? But like this is just so far out of left field. I just like, man, I really wish or hope that somebody like Critical or somebody covers this so that there's more widespread attention, so that maybe he will go to jail. That'd be great. That'd be a bonus. I know a lot of you probably think I have a stick up my ass, but like, come on. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this whole situation. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.